Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited about today's video because it is Boxycharm unboxing day. I am loving Boxycharm lately, despite the fact that last month's box I felt like was a big fail. But I've really just come to love getting these boxes in my mailbox every month. I feel like, I know I've said this before, but I feel like it's like a tiny taste of Christmas every month, and who doesn't love Christmas? For those of you that don't know, Boxycharm is a beauty subscription box service that is $21 a month, and you get 5, sometimes I think 6 full-sized high-end beauty products. The boxes I think are usually valued at between like $120, $150. So I used everything in this month's box on my face today, and I didn't have very high expectations of this box. I have seen people unbox theirs already. I always do. I never can keep myself from looking at the spoilers that people post. So I had seen the products that came in this month's box, and I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't overly excited in any of these things. I just was kind of not sure how I would like any of these products. But you guys, I am a huge fan of well, not quite everything, almost everything this month. So let's go ahead and jump right into what came in this month's box. So the first thing that we got was a brush set, and this is from the brand Lamar Cosmetics. Now, a couple of months ago, we got the Lamar Cosmetics, oh, I forgot what it was called. Arriba Caribe del... I have no idea. I'm totally making that. We got an eyeshadow palette from Lamar Cosmetics a few months ago, and I have talked about that palette because it has fastly become one of my very favorite palettes. I was absolutely in love with that palette throughout the entire summer. I used it almost daily, and honestly, it still has a very special place in my heart. But I was excited this month that we got a brush set from Lamar Cosmetics. I used these today. I think they're really great brushes. These are synthetic brushes. I think they're really great quality. The only issue I had was this one, which is the blending brush. You can tell the way that it's built. It's supposed to be a round brush, but because it came in a little sleeve, it kind of got flattened, and I definitely think that kind of made it not blend quite as well as it probably typically would. So I'm excited to give this one a wash and reuse it again, because I definitely think it's very, very soft. It's very nice and loose, which is how I like my blending brushes. I don't like them to be too dense. I like them to be very loose so that they can really move around in my crease. But this did do a really great job. I love this little flat brush, but the reason I love this is because very often when I'm doing my eyeshadow, I love putting like a shimmery bright shade on like the inner third of my lid, and I feel like this fits perfectly in that area. And it would also work great on your inner corner. I mean, it's really just a really fantastic shape. I also use this liner brush. This was really nice, and usually I don't like these liner brushes that are kind of just flat like this because I find that they're usually too fat and not quite thin enough. But this one surprisingly is pretty narrow. It works great for applying just a shadow as your liner on your lash line, which I like to do that quite often instead of going in with a typical liner. When I want my lash line really nice and dark and smoky but not defined, I love using a brush like this, and I think this works perfectly for that. So super excited about those brushes. I love getting brushes in Boxycharm, and I am really excited to use these. I think these will be a really good addition. You can never have too many blending brushes, but you need a clean blending brush every time you go in with a different eyeshadow color, because otherwise your looks kind of just all get a little bit muddy and the colors all kind of bleed together and don't do what you really want them to do. So I do love having lots of blending brushes. I think this will be a good one to add to my collection. Next up, let's move on to the eyeshadow palette that came in this month. It seems like this year it has been pretty standard to get an eyeshadow palette in almost every Boxycharm. Most of them have been pretty good. Last month's was kind of a total dud for me. I kind of feel bad saying that because I think it was a really great quality eyeshadow. It just absolutely did not fit with my makeup style at all. This palette, however, is from Pretty Vulgar, and I think this is such a beautiful palette. So the thing that I really love about this palette, besides the packaging, I mean, this packaging is super adorable. It's like a little birdhouse. I just think it's so, so cute. I love cardboard packaging because I think they make the best travel-friendly packaging. Like, they're really, really nice and sturdy. They're usually pretty sleek, and they're very lightweight, which is how I like my palettes that I travel with to be. But what I love especially about this one is this is the first cool toned eyeshadow palette that we've gotten in a Boxycharm this year. Don't get me wrong, I love warm toned eyeshadows. In fact, this year I have really come to love them, especially. I think they look amazing on everybody, any eye color, any skin tone. I really love a nice bronzy or orangey or berry toned eye, but I definitely also love a cool toned eyeshadow, and I just have not been reaching for one lately because I have been so like inundated with warm toned eyeshadow palettes. So I did use this palette today, and I'll kind of walk you guys through what I did. So I started off by going in with this color right here, Hide and Seek, and I applied that into my crease. That's a really nice, just cool toned transition shade. After that shade, I went in with the color Flip Out. This is just this is probably the warmest shade in this palette. It's just a very neutral brown. It's definitely not a warm brown, but it's not super cool and gray toned like the other ones. It's very nice and dark and chocolatey, which I love a chocolatey color in my crease. I think there's nothing that looks more smoky and somewhat natural at the same time. That's just what I like to do on a daily basis. That's what I like to do in my outer V, is apply like a chocolatey shade, and this one is perfect for that. Then I went in with the color Clutch, and I used that flat brush and I packed that onto my lid. This is a beautiful gray toned champagne. It's just a perfect lid shade. I thought it applied really well. It has just the right amount of sparkle. It's definitely not super shimmery. I typically like to apply something quite reflective and even glittery to my eyelid. This definitely is not that. I think it's a little bit more muted of a shimmer, but it's still very beautiful, really good quality. After that, I went in with the color Swoop, and I just concentrated that just right there at the outer corner of the eye, just to kind of smoke out that lash line area, and I kind of even dragged that a little bit onto the lower lash line. And then with my flat liner brush, I went in with kind of the charcoaly black in here, the color All Nighter, and I just lined my lash line with that color just to get things nice and dark. I love this palette. I'm really excited to dip into these kind of blue tone shades. These are the colors that kind of intimidate me a little bit, because there's just something about blue that makes me just feel like I'm going to end up looking like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. I just am not super comfortable applying blue eyeshadow on myself. But these are definitely very gray toned blues, and I think that I could probably get away with using these. So I'm excited to give this a try over the next month. I will definitely try and update you guys and let you know kind of what my thoughts are on this after I give it a couple more uses. Moving on to the one product that I'm a little bit uncertain of. I don't want to say that this product is a dud by any means. I did just barely apply this, so I haven't worn this all day. I don't know how it's going to last on my eyes, but this is the Butter London Stroke of Wow Roll-On Precision Liner. You can see here, this is just it looks like a pizza cutter. It looks like a super, super tiny pizza cutter. I think it's super cute. Like, I think the idea of this is very kind of cute. Definitely a little bit gimmicky, but very cute. Like, I was excited to try to use this. I'll try and insert some of the footage of me trying to apply this today. It was a bit of a challenge. I think the reason it was a challenge for me mainly was because this is a very different way of applying eyeliner. I think this is something that is going to take practice. Like, I think this is something that once you got the hang of it, it probably could make your eyeliner application super fast and super easy, but I definitely did not feel that way today. I struggled with this thing. I want to keep trying this because I do think that once I got a little bit of practice with this, I think this could be really quick, because the time difference from the first eye that I put it on to the second eye was significant. I mean, I think it took me like 4 minutes to put it on my first eye and maybe about 30 seconds to get on my second eye. So I do think that this is something that maybe has some promise, but I'm definitely going to have to give this a little bit more of like a trial before I can say whether or not I think it's a dud or I think it's maybe genius. So I will keep you guys updated on that. Next up is a product, again, I was super excited about. This is the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten blush. This one is in the color Tropic Hues. You can see here it's just kind of a very pretty, warm, shimmery pink. It's very, very pretty. This is like the perfect like pinky flush for your cheeks. I love these. I actually have another one of these. This one I have in Honeysuckle. I think I got this like 2 years ago in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I love this blush. This one I think is really fun too, though. It definitely gives you that kind of glowy blush effect. So if you want just to apply a blush and not apply a highlighter, this definitely can give you that kind of highlighted cheek effect. It's one of those kind of multi-purpose products that I think if you're in a hurry and you don't like to reach for like 30 different makeup products because you just don't have the time, this is a really great product to have. So the last product in Boxycharm this month was a liquid lipstick from the brand Hank & Henry. Now when I saw this in my box, this is the one product that I was like, meh. I was not excited about for a couple of reasons. One, I am not a huge liquid lipstick wearer. I don't wear liquid lipstick super often. It's just a little bit fussier than I like to apply. I typically apply my lip product while I am driving. I'm just very busy and I'm very no fuss when it comes to my lip product. If I can't put it on without looking, it's usually, in my mind, more trouble than it's worth. But I totally stand corrected with that thought because I absolutely am loving this lip color today. I think the applicator was a little bit trickier than some other liquid lipstick applicators I've used. Again, I'm not super practiced at using liquid lipstick because I don't use them all the time. So I don't think my technique is super up to par. But this definitely is a little bit bigger of an applicator than I'm used to. So I think I didn't do a fantastic job of like getting a really nice shape. But formula wise, this feels amazing on my lips. I've had it on my lips for probably 30 minutes now. It's totally dried down. You can see it has like a tiniest bit of transfer. This kind of reminds me of the L'Oreal Infallible liquid lipsticks that don't 100% dry down. Like they stay just the tiniest bit tacky, but it's definitely not sticky or uncomfortable at all. In fact, it feels very, very comfortable on my lips. Like it almost feels velvety on my lips in like a non-drying sort of velvety way. And guys, this color, I think this looks so good on me, and I never, ever feel that way about bright lips. I don't know. For the most part, I just don't think bright colors look that good on me. And by brights, I mean anything that's not nude. Like I don't mean like bright colors. I mean anything that's like below the medium to light nude range of color tone. I'm very basic when it comes to lip color for the most part, but this I feel like is such a beautiful berry color. It's like a red that's just a little bit muted and a little bit more dusty and berry in color, and it's so pretty. So this lip product just gets me excited about fall. Like this color just makes me really excited for fall, and it also makes me realize that I need to rethink liquid lipsticks in general, because maybe I'm missing something. Like I kind of think I need to get out of my comfort zone and give them a try, because I do think this looks really pretty, and I know there's probably a million other formulas, a million other brands, not just this brand, but a million other ones that I have not tried, and probably a ton of other colors out there that I would probably enjoy if I gave them a chance. I am super excited about this. I think this is going to be worn a lot. In fact, I'm like thinking of, oh, maybe when we go out on Friday on a date, I'm gonna wear this color, and maybe Sunday at church, I'm gonna wear this color. Like I'm really counting down like the times when I can wear this again, because I am that excited about it. And guys, I never get that excited about a non-nude lip. So that I think is saying something. Alright guys, so that is it for today's Boxycharm video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys do Boxycharm, if you got this month's box. Did you guys get anything different? I don't know if there were any variations this month, but let me know what your thoughts were on, specifically on like the eyeliner. Like I'd love to know if anyone else struggled with the eyeliner like I did, or if maybe you're loving it. Let me know what color you got in the liquid lipstick. And yeah, what your thoughts are on just this box in general. Thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day and are so excited for fall. I definitely am. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.
Who's been saying that there's another person inside of me, working me with controls?
I heard that from Mandy. I heard it from Aaron.
What?
I heard it from Michael.